When I was in high school, my parents bought a campground so that we could make some money um, to send some kids to college. There were 6 kids. There were 6 of us, and they wanted to run a business to make some money. So we bought a campground. People would bring their tents and trailers and camp at this place. And this was my summer job for many years. And it made enough money to put me and my siblings through college, and let my folks retire as well. It worked pretty well. But one of the things we had to do every year is, this is back in Massachusetts, and I don't know if you've ever been back there, but there's a lot of trees, and we're not really very good at drawing things like this. But anyway, this is supposed to be a tree, and these trees had leaves on them. So every little branch had, a ton of little leaves on them. These are mainly oak leaves and maple. And one thing that happens every year in that part of the country is that fall comes, and all these leaves they fall down to the ground, and they're all lying down here on the ground, and we have to come by with our rakes and rake them up. So we got these rakes that, you know, how's that look? And you rake the leaves up. Well, once you got the leaves all in a nice big leaf pile, then what we do is we'd put a tarp down, and we'd take these leaves and we'd rake these leaves onto the tarp, and then we'd take the tarp and we'd put them in the back of our pickup truck. So here's my pickup truck now. See if I can draw a pickup truck. And so then you pick the tarp up, and you put them in the back of the pickup truck, and then the pickup truck would drive somewhere and dump, and so the pickup truck would dump, and then the leaves. What's going on? Then the leaves. Can I get the leaves? Would come on now. The leaves would fall out of the truck, and the truck would go back to not being dumped. See if we can get that truck. Okay, then the truck would drive away, and the leaves would stay in the pile here in the big leaf pit. We had this big pit we did. Anyway, so you see the process, right? Now, why am I telling you all this? There were times when the process of picking this leaf pile up and putting it onto the truck seemed like really easy because, I don't know, somehow it seemed like it was really close. You didn't have to lift very far. And other times it seemed like you had to lift it a mile. And the question is, why? Why was it that sometimes that tailgate of the pickup truck, where's my pickup truck? Here we go. So there's my wheels, right? So this tailgate of the pickup truck, sometimes it seemed like it was really close to the ground, and sometimes it seemed like it was way far away from the ground. The question is, did we want our truck to be pointed downhill? Do we want our truck to be pointed downhill? Do we want our truck to be pointed uphill? What was it that we wanted? And it turned out we didn't want any of that. What we needed to have happen was we needed to have the ground. Well, the 2 tires were going to sit on the ground no matter what direction we were pointed, but then we needed the ground to curve up towards the tailgate. And again, it didn't matter whether that was an uphill situation, a downhill situation, or in the flat, as long as the ground was bending upwards. So when trying to decide where to build your leaf pile so that you then put it on a tarp and put it into the truck, you would look for places where the ground had a positive second derivative so that the ground was concave up. So what's the significance of the second derivative? It tells us where to park the truck.